It started with, "Bro, you need to see this." Then it broke me. I knew something was off when she cried. But not the way you're supposed to cry during a proposal. Not happy tears. Not overwhelmed and joyful. No, these were the kind of tears that come with too many layers. The kind that feel loaded. Like regret hiding behind mascara. We were at her favorite hiking trail. The overlook with the pine trees and the view of the lake. I'd timed it perfectly, sunset glowing off the water, a tiny speaker playing her favorite song, my hands shaking like I was 16 again. I dropped to one knee, asked her to spend forever with me. She gasped, covered her mouth. Tears welled instantly. And then she said yes. But not loud. Not clear. Just the soft, broken whisper of a yes, like she was agreeing to a sentence, not a life. I ignored the way her voice cracked. I blamed the nerves, the surprise, the emotion. She hugged me, held on too long. I thought it meant she loved me deeply. Now I wonder if it meant she was saying goodbye. 2 weeks later, my best friend sent me a text. "Bro, you need to see this." And attached was a video. Let me back up. Her name is Emma. We've been together 4 years. Met at a trivia night I didn't even want to go to. My friend Jordan dragged me there, claiming we needed non-digital women in our lives. Emma sat across from us, answered every 90s pop culture question like she was born with the answers etched into her bones. I fell for her before I even realized I was falling. We moved in together a year later. Talked about marriage all the time. Had a shared Pinterest board. I saved for the ring for 10 months. The day I proposed, Jordan texted, "About damn time." He was the first person I called after she said yes. He was my best man, unofficially but undoubtedly. So when he texted me 2 weeks later, late at night, with just that one line, I knew it wasn't good. I opened the video, and my whole world stopped. It was a screen recording. An Instagram story someone had re-uploaded. Blurry, dark, like it had been taken inside a bar or club. The kind of place Emma swore she hated. But there she was, sitting in some guy's lap. His hand was on her thigh. Her arms wrapped around his shoulders. And she was laughing unfiltered, wide-mouthed, the way she used to with me. Then he kissed her neck. And she didn't flinch. The camera swung, someone said, "Damn, Emma's bold tonight," and then it cut out. I stared at my phone, waiting for the air to come back into my lungs. It didn't. I called Jordan. He picked up on the first ring. "Dude," he started, but I cut him off. "When was this?" He hesitated. "Last night." My chest caved in. "Where?" I asked, already dreading the answer. He paused again. "Bruno's. That dive bar near campus. I wasn't there, I just saw it posted, thought it might be old, but she's wearing the same hoodie she posted in yesterday." I ended the call. Emma was asleep upstairs. I could hear her faint snore from the hall. Peaceful. Like nothing had happened. I sat on the couch, my phone still in my hand, and rewatched the video. This time slower. Analyzing every frame. Her smile. The hand on her leg. The look in her eyes. I didn't recognize her. I thought I knew this woman. Thought I knew every freckle, every twitch of her lip, every cadence of her voice. But I didn't know this version. And the worst part? I had just asked her to marry me. She had said yes. And a week later, she was out with someone else like it meant nothing. Like I meant nothing. The clock on the wall said 2:34 a.m. I stood up, walked upstairs, opened our bedroom door and looked at her. She was curled into a pillow, my sweatshirt wrapped around her like armor. And for the first time in 4 years, I felt nothing but rage. The next morning, I made coffee like usual, kissed her forehead when she walked into the kitchen. I watched her sip from the mug I bought for our 2-year anniversary, the one that says Future Mrs. in gold lettering. She smiled like nothing was broken, but I knew better, and I was about to find out just how deep the betrayal really went. The next day, I did what any rational man would do when he suspects his fiancée is cheating. I smiled. I nodded. I played dumb. And then I got to work. She left for yoga at 6:30 a.m., kissed me like normal, smelled like vanilla and mint gum. I watched her drive off and felt my stomach twist. Was she really going to yoga? Or was that some new guy's name in her contacts? I needed answers. And I wasn't going to get them by asking. So I opened her laptop. She always left it on the kitchen counter. Never password protected. Too much hassle, she'd said once, laughing. Besides, I've got nothing to hide. Famous last words. I clicked open her browser. Instagram. Gmail. Spotify. Her tabs told me more than she ever had. Instagram DMs, nothing obvious, but one name showed up twice. Tyler Green. No last name I'd ever heard her mention, but there he was, replying to a story with and getting back a LOL stop. My blood boiled. Spotify? A playlist titled Sweat and Smiles. Updated yesterday. I clicked it. Track 1, sultry R&B. Track 2, a slow remix of something we danced to on our first date. Track 3, a voice memo. Not a song. A voice memo. I hit play. Missed you already, a guy's voice said, low and smooth. Next time, don't rush off so quick. Silence. Then Emma's voice. Playful. Soft. Intimate. I had to. He was waking up. I slammed the laptop shut so fast I nearly knocked over my coffee. The rage in my chest had grown arms. It was clawing at my ribs. I couldn't sit still. Couldn't breathe. She was sleeping with someone else. While wearing my ring. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I did something worse. I started digging deeper. Her phone was off limits, Face ID, lock screen, all the usual defenses. But I knew her Apple ID. She once made me memorize it when she lost her iPad on vacation. I logged into her iCloud. Photos, notes, calendar. In a folder marked work stuff, I found a zip file. Inside were screenshots. Screenshots of texts. Some sent, some received. All between her and a contact labeled G. I don't know who G is yet, but I know he sent her a photo from bed. And she replied, I wish I was still there. I closed the browser, walked to the sink, threw up. She came home 40 minutes later, hair damp, cheeks flushed, smiling. Yoga was killer, she said. You should come sometime. I smiled back. I don't know how I managed it, but I smiled. Maybe next week. That night, she fell asleep in my arms. I stared at the ceiling, replaying every word, every kiss. Every night she whispered, I love you. Was it all fake? Was I the backup plan? Or was I just too blind to see what was always there? I texted Jordan. You still have that video? He replied within seconds. Yeah. Why? I need more. Anything. Screenshots, names, timestamps. A pause. Then, dude, you sure you want this? No. I wasn't sure of anything anymore. But I sent one more text anyway. Give me everything. What he sent back would make the betrayal so much worse. Because it wasn't just one night. It wasn't just one guy. And Emma? She was about to reveal a side of herself I never imagined. The screenshots came in one long, soul-punching dump. Jordan didn't hold back. He sent me 33 images, texts, Instagram messages, tagged stories, even one blurry photo of Emma taken at a hotel bar 2 towns over. The timestamp? For nights before I proposed. The first message that shattered me wasn't even graphic. It was simple. Tyler, so when are you telling him? Emma, not yet. Let me enjoy the ring a little longer. The ring. My ring. The one I had picked out after 10 months of quiet budgeting and second-guessing myself in jewelry store parking lots. She was wearing it like a costume. Jordan had dug deeper than I expected. He'd messaged the person who originally posted the bar video, the girl whose Instagram story first captured Emma in that guy's lap. She told him everything. Emma and Tyler had been regulars at that bar for months. Showed up on Thursdays. Got touchy real quick. Once even booked a room upstairs. The bar doubled as a boutique hotel, a cheap, discreet, ideal for affairs. My hands shook as I clicked on the attachment she'd sent. A photo of the guest check-in sheet. Room 203. Name, Emma R. Paid in cash. 2 nights. No ID scan. I wanted to scream. But I didn't. I just sat there in my office, door locked, laptop glowing, as my whole relationship turned into a math problem I couldn't solve. For years. 2 holidays with her family. A shared pet, for Christ's sake. And now? A receipt and a voicemail were all it took to unravel it. Because yeah, Jordan sent me one more thing. Another voice note. Not from Emma this time. From Tyler. Apparently, he and Jordan had a mutual friend. Jordan called in a favor. Said it was foreclosure. The recording was short, but it hit harder than the rest. Tyler's voice, laughing, man, I told her from day one, engaged or not, she was coming back. She said the proposal was sweet, but she couldn't turn off what she really wanted. Guess I just made her feel more alive than he did. That he was me. I played it 4 times just to feel the burn. Then I deleted it. I couldn't let it exist on my phone another second. The door creaked open behind me. Emma, wearing my hoodie, carrying a bowl of popcorn. You've been in here all night, she said with a pout. Movie time. I turned slowly. I must have looked like a ghost. She tilted her head, frowning. You okay? I nodded. Lie number 1 of the night. I'm just tired. Lie number 2. She kissed my forehead. I made kettle corn. Your favorite. And I almost lost it right there. Because what kind of monster cheats and lies, then makes your favorite snack like everything's fine? We sat on the couch. Some mindless rom-com played. I didn't watch it. I just stared at her reflection in the dark TV screen. She laughed in all the right places. Cuddled into my side like nothing had changed. But everything had changed. And I wasn't done yet. After she went to bed, I grabbed her phone from the charger. Took it into the bathroom. Shut the door. I had one goal. Find his number. Tyler's. I opened messages. Searched Thai. Nothing. Instagram. Nothing obvious. Then I checked notes. Why notes? Because cheaters are lazy. And there it was. A locked note titled Gym Schedule. I used her birthday as the password. It opened. Inside, a list of initials, meeting times, emoji-coded reminders, days of the week. My name wasn't on it once. Tyler's was on it 6 times. And next to his, a hotel address. I took a screenshot, emailed it to myself. Then I carefully closed the apps, plugged her phone back in, and returned to bed. She shifted when I crawled in, mumbled, "Love you." I stared at the ceiling, didn't say a word, because the next morning I had a plan. And Emma? She wouldn't see it coming. I pretended to sleep in that morning. Emma left like it was any other Thursday, kissed my cheek, pulled her gym bag over one shoulder. Hoodie, leggings, ponytail. "I've got that late session today, remember?" she said. I nodded. "Text me after." She smiled like the world was right side up. The door clicked shut, and I was out of bed in seconds. The hotel address from her hidden notes app wasn't far, about 20 minutes across town. Mid-tier chain, nothing flashy. I dressed like a ghost. Baseball cap, hoodie, neutral clothes. Parked across the street behind a broken billboard and waited. 9:42 a.m. Emma's car pulled in. She didn't hesitate, drove around the back and parked where the lot curved into a small alley beside the dumpsters. A minute later, his car pulled up. Black Dodge Charger. Tinted windows. The man from the bar video stepped out. Tall. Cocky stance. That gym-built frame you see all over Instagram. He adjusted his jacket, checked his phone, then jogged lightly toward the side entrance like he was headed to a routine workout. Emma followed 2 minutes later. Duffel bag on her shoulder. Big sunglasses. She didn't look around. Didn't even flinch. They went inside. I stared at the door for a long time. Not sure how I didn't drive my fist through the steering wheel. Not sure how I didn't storm in there and shatter whatever illusion she was living in. But instead, I pulled out my phone, hit record, filmed myself, just my face, my voice. "Emma," I said, voice calm, too calm. "I proposed to you. You said yes, but I followed you this morning. And now I'm outside the hotel you've been sneaking off to. I saw you walk in. I saw him too." My hand trembled, but I kept going. I don't know how long it's been going on, but I know enough now. Enough to never look at you the same again. I ended the video, saved it, and then I did something I never thought I'd do. I sent it to her, with just one word, "Explain." Then I drove away. Didn't wait for her to come out. Didn't care what lie she'd come up with next. I drove to Jordan's place instead. He opened the door in sweats and a confused expression. "What happened?" I held up my phone. "She went in with him 10 minutes ago." He didn't even need clarification. Just let out a low whistle and said, "You want a drink?" "Yes." He poured whiskey into a coffee mug. We sat in silence for a bit. He handed me a blanket because I was shaking, even though I hadn't realized it yet. I checked my phone. No response. Not from Emma. Just a read receipt. And then, a minute later, the typing bubble. Then it vanished. Then came the message. "You shouldn't have followed me. This isn't what it looks like." I laughed. Jordan stared at me. "She actually said that?" I nodded. Then she sent another. "Can we please talk? Face to face. Don't do this over text. No apology. No denial. Just damage control." But I wasn't done collecting receipts. I texted her back. "Tonight, 8 p.m. home. Bring your truth." Then I set my phone down, because I had one last surprise to prepare, and it was waiting on the flash drive inside my coat pocket. She came home exactly at 7:59 p.m. Hair down, fresh makeup, hoodie swapped for a cardigan, like professionalism could soften what was coming. She opened the front door slowly, like she expected to walk into a courtroom, not our living room. "Hey," she said, setting her bag down. "Thank you for giving me a chance to explain." I sat on the couch, calm, steady. The TV was off, lights dim, flash drive plugged into the laptop in front of me. She didn't sit, just hovered near the kitchen island, arms crossed. I nodded toward the couch. "You'll want to sit." She blinked. "Why?" I clicked play. The screen lit up with the video I'd taken that morning. My voice filled the room. Her face went pale. By the time it ended, she was shaking. She opened her mouth, but I cut her off. Before you say anything, just know I'm not asking questions anymore. I'm giving you a chance to be honest, once. Silence. She looked down, then back up, and then she spoke. It started 6 months ago, she said, with Tyler. I met him at a friend's birthday. We hit it off. I thought it was harmless at first, just flirty. I didn't say a word, but it escalated, she continued. I don't know why. I was confused. We were talking about marriage, and it scared me, and no, I said. Don't make me the reason you cheated. She flinched. I'm not, she whispered. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. That wasn't 6 months ago in that video. No, she said quietly. That was last week. And the bar? The hotel? That wasn't fear. That was a choice. Tears welled up in her eyes. I didn't plan for it to go that far, but it did. And now we're here. She started to cry, the quiet, practiced kind, like she knew exactly when to break. I didn't move. Then I pulled the second video file onto the screen. She froze. What's that? She asked. I didn't answer. I clicked play. It was the screen recording Jordan had sent me. The one from Instagram, her on Tyler's lap. That laugh, that kiss. Emma's breath caught. Please stop, she whispered. I get it. You've made your point. No, I said. You don't get it. Because this is the person you became while I was out here designing a future with you. She covered her mouth. I'm so sorry. I stood. I believed in us. I trusted you. I looked at rings while you looked at hotel rooms. I know, she whispered, tears now falling for real. I know. I walked to the bookshelf, pulled out a manila envelope, and handed it to her. What's this? Everything you'll need to cancel the venue, the caterer, and the florist. I already spoke to them. They agreed to let you do the cancellations yourself, since the payments are in your name now. She blinked. What? I transferred everything over today, and I signed the release form. Why would you do that? Because I'm not marrying a stranger, and I refuse to let her walk away without consequences. Her hands trembled as she opened the envelope. She looked at the documents like they were weapons. This is cruel. No, I said. This is clarity. What you did, that was cruel. And then came the second betrayal. She reached for her phone, flustered, opened her messages. I watched over her shoulder. She started typing to someone named G. That name again. Who's G? I asked. She froze. I saw his name in your notes app, I said, along with meeting times, days of the week, emoji codes. Is that your backup plan? You're just in case. She backed away slightly. It's not what you think. My voice was ice. Then tell me exactly what it is. Silence. I stared at her, and in that silence I got my answer. She wasn't just cheating with Tyler. There was another one. She didn't speak. Not right away. She just stood there, one hand gripping the back of the bar stool like it might steady her world. I didn't sleep with him, she said finally, voice shaking. G and I were just talking. Talking? I asked. In secret? On specific days? At hotels? She opened her mouth, closed it. I grabbed her phone from the counter, thumbed it open. She hadn't changed the passcode. Still thought she had time to spin the narrative. I scrolled down until I found the thread. G new message. But it wasn't the text that caught my attention. It was the pinned group chat, titled Core 4, Emma, Tyler, another guy, Griffin, and someone named Bex. I opened it. The messages were a minefield. Gifts, inside jokes, plans, pictures, videos. In one of them, Emma was at a beach I didn't recognize, smiling into the camera. Bikini top off, hands cupping her chest. Bex, Tyler's a lucky bastard. Griffin, next weekend. My turn, smirking face. I felt my stomach drop through the floor. Emma lunged. Don't, please don't. But it was too late. The group chat had blown it all wide open. This wasn't an affair. It was a lifestyle. A whole second existence I'd never known about. Swingers? Poly? Just some chaotic game they played for kicks? I didn't know. Didn't care. Because none of it included me. I turned to her. You said yes to my proposal, I said quietly. while living in this little fantasy group behind my back. Her lips trembled. It wasn't supposed to go this far. Started as a thrill, just dumb flirting. And then, I didn't know how to stop. I stepped back. Thrill? Emma, I was planning forever while you were planning weekends with 3 other people. Tears again. Real this time. I was scared. No, you were selfish. I walked to the drawer near the TV and pulled out the ring box. Set it on the counter between us. She stared at it like it might explode. Take it, I said. Pawn it. Wear it. Throw it in the lake. I don't care. But we're done. She didn't move. Didn't speak. Just wept. I walked out of the kitchen, grabbed my overnight bag from the front closet, already packed, and headed for the door. Wait, she said, her voice a broken squeak. Where are you going? To Jordan's, I said. Then a lawyer. Are you telling everyone? I stopped at the door, looked back. I don't need to tell them, I said. I've got the receipts. Let the truth do the talking. Then I walked out and left the ring, the lies, and the wreckage behind. 3 weeks later, I got a message from a blocked number. Just a link. No text. I clicked it. It was a video. Emma and Tyler arguing in a parking lot. Loud, furious. She slapped him. He called her a lying parasite. Apparently, the group chat imploded. G. Griffin posted the screenshots to some private Reddit thread after finding out Emma lied to him too. The comments were brutal. The internet's a cruel place. But in this case, they weren't wrong. Emma lost her job 2 days after the post went viral. Her face was too recognizable. Clients pulled out. HR got involved. She tried messaging me again after that. Told me she lost everything. Asked if I'd ever loved her. I didn't reply. But I'll say it here. Yes, I loved the version of her I thought was real. The version that didn't need thrills or secrets or chaos to feel alive. But that woman? She never existed. Epilogue. I'm in therapy now. Jordan still sends me memes to distract me. I'm not ready to date again, but I'm breathing, sleeping, laughing sometimes. And every now and then I replay the start of that video Jordan sent me. Bro, you need to see this. Turns out he was right. Because sometimes seeing the truth, it doesn't destroy you. It sets you free.